At 2:45 a.m. in Crimea, a Russian crew carefully unloads a $2 million 48N6 missile from a transport truck. For weeks, Ukraine has been hitting their S-400 sites hard, leaving them running low. This resupply, hidden in thick pre-dawn fog, is what they need to stay alive. They think the fog makes them invisible, safe. But 30 feet above the Black Sea, a 10-pound drone is just 78 seconds from turning that missile into a ball of fire and twisted metal. It's the Leleka 100 drone leading the charge, a quiet watcher that tracked these exact trucks from a depot inside Crimea. It saw them wait for the fog, thinking it was their best cover. The delivery? A Magura V-5 robotic boat, 18 feet long, that sneaked past Russian patrols with 3 Wild Hornet FPV drones on board. Total cost for this hit, about $280,000. Russia, they'll pay over $12 million for learning the hard way about cheap, smart attacks. On paper, Russia controls this land. Their Podlet K-1 radar sees 25 miles out. Panzer S-1 missiles are ready to shoot down anything. Krasuka 4 jammer turns the sky into a dead zone for drones. But Ukraine isn't charging straight in. They're hitting the supply trucks at the back door. The goal? Not just break one system, break Russia's power to fix itself. Show them that every resupply try gets slapped down fast and cheap. At 2:49 a.m., the Magura 5-5, after 100 miles from a secret spot near Odessa, shuts off its engine. It's 15 meters out, a gray shadow in the mist. The Leleka 100 signal comes through Starlink. Target locked, resupply happening. The 10-minute window starts closing. With a few keystrokes, the operator lets loose. Air blasts fire the 3 Wild Hornets off the rail one after another. They steady up, then drop low, flying 30 feet over the waves. They're hidden from the Podlet radar by the Earth's curve. Easy, right? But you don't have to see a drone to stop it. Russia's Krasuka 4 jams everything in a 50-mile area, turning signals to static. Ukraine planned for that. The drones use frequency hopping, switching channels 500 times a second, like chasing a ghost that jumps spots non-stop. Russians fight back with wide noise, so Ukraine adds the final trick. Once they get target info, the drones go fully on their own AI. No more radio link. They use their own sensors for the last miles. Can't jam what isn't listening. At 2:51 a.m., the 2-minute flight to target starts. The Magura V-5 turns back for its 100-mile trip home to Odessa. The 3 Hornets are alone now. Smart bullets heading for the kill. They've beaten the radar and the jamming. But what about the missiles waiting? At 2:53, a quick blip shows on the Podlet K-1 radar, 200 feet up, then gone in a second. Russian operator Sergei sits up fast. His system tracks real threats, not flashes. He tries to lock on the last spot. Nothing. It's Ukraine's first move in their smart game. The lead Hornet popped up on purpose to check if the radar's on and say hi. Sergei swears and switches to Pantsir's cameras, scanning the foggy view. Problem: those cameras spot hot jet engines, not a small drone's weak heat. It's like finding a mouse in the dark. Screens say clear. But 3 drones are closing in, less than a mile away. He's chasing shadows while the real danger's already close. At 2:54 a.m., 2 big blips hit Sergei's screen. Clear, fast, at 300 feet. System calls them Bayraktar drones. Lock on. He fires 2 57 E-6 missiles, $4 million worth, into the fog. Flashes show hits. Sergei feels the rush. But he didn't hit drones. He hit nothing. This is the whisper sting trick. Super clever. The Leleka 100 fed Pantsir's spot to the Hornet's AI. The first 2 drones climbed a bit and turned on a small signal to look bigger, like real threats. Classic distraction. Make them watch the fake show while the real one sneaks by. While Sergei's celebrating, the 3rd Hornet, the killer, slips right past, straight to the main target. At 2:55 a.m., the trick works. The path to the Podlet radar is wide open. Decoys beat the jamming, but here's the surprise. The missile blasts left a hot cloud of gas and junk, messing up the 3rd Hornet's heat sensors right when it matters. Easy run turns tough. In the command truck, Sergei's wind feels off. Too quick. His boss agrees. Crank Krasuka to maximum. Hunt the source. The air buzzes with jamming. Plus, they launch a Karaton drone to search and kill. At 2:56, this is what Ukraine wanted. The Leleka 100 sees everything. The hot cloud, the jamming spike, the new drone. It sends one command. On the way back, Magura 55, a fog maker, starts up, pumping out thick white mist into the air. Smart move. The cool fog clears the hot mess from the blasts, fixing the Hornet's view. And it makes a huge white wall, blocking all cameras. Russia thought it was just drones. Now it's fighting fake weather. At 2:57 a.m., the Hornet's camera goes clear again. The fake fog did its job, like wiping steam off a window. But now it's harder. The Russian trucks are moving, splitting up at slow 10 miles per hour to escape. In the Pantsir truck, Sergei's blind and shoots wild. 2 more missiles into the white fog, hitting nothing. Last chance. Turn on Nebo M radar. It starts slow, takes minutes, and it only looks up, useless for close threats. The Ukrainian operator's heart is racing at 120 beats. He's watching Hornet view, Leleka overview, and moving targets. The Leleka lasers a dot on the lead truck's roof, the one with 4 new $2 million S-400 missiles. AI waits for the word. Hit it. The Kortitsia AI takes over, using the laser, ignoring the shots and other trucks. Its job: turn $8 million of gear into fire, 10 seconds to hit. The Hornet adjusts for the slow truck. 5 seconds. Camera zooms. You see the missile shapes under the cover. 3 seconds. The driver yells on radio thinking he's safe, no idea the small death is coming. At 2:58 a.m., boom. The 3-pound PG-9B charge does its thing. Not a big blast, but a hot copper jet at 25,000 feet per second. It slices through the roof and steel like nothing. Small pop first, then 0.3 seconds later, the real show. S-400 fuel hates shock. It chains off, one missile after another. In 1.3 seconds, 8,000 pounds of fuel blows at 5,000 degrees. The truck vanishes, crew gone. Other trucks get hit by their own flying bits. At 3:02 a.m., the Leleka camera dims from the bright blast. Now let's add it up. This is the best part. Ukraine used 1 Hornet, about $15,000 total for its part. Russia lost a truck, crew, and 4 missiles, $8 million. That's over 53,000% return. Better than any stock tip. The fallout hits fast. That S-400 site? Still empty, and now everyone knows where it is. Wide open. Crimea's defenses have a hole they can't plug without big losses. They lost more than missiles. They lost the feeling of safety. So, a $280,000 operation with one $15,000 drone wiped out $8 million in supplies and broke Russia's fix-it plan. It shows. In war today, it's not the biggest guns. It's using the fog right. What do you think? With this weak spot out, what's Ukraine's next hit? Kerch Bridge? A naval base? Tell me in comments. Subscribe to catch the next Crimea burn.